Hi guys, so this is a video regarding the clutch on a WR400 or WR450. I've spent a long time today trying to work out what issue I was having with my clutch. Initially I was having issues whereby I could start the bike after sitting away for a long time. When I put it into gear, the bike would immediately stall, the back wheel would start to spin, the bike would stall, and I couldn't do anything. It was clear that the kind of clutch plates were sticking, or there was some sort of issue. So kind of after reading a little bit about it online, you can either take the bike and try and bump start it and free the clutch up, or what people advise is to put the bike up on the stand, kind of start it up, feather the clutch, play about with the back brake, put it into gear, warm the bike up till it gets really warm, to try and do anything you can to free the clutch plates up. Did a bit of that. In the end I decided to actually take the clutch plates apart, clean them, put them back in, which is all well and good, but after doing that, it did solve the issue. It freed the clutch. I then could not disengage the clutch. When I pulled the lever, there was a load of play. It was completely slack, and really the only resistance was this small spring. So again, I searched the internet, looked on forums. I was told that there was a ball bearing in the push rod that should be in there that wasn't. I could swear blind it was never in there when I took it apart. I ordered the part, messed around, spent hours looking on forums, and I really couldn't work out what was going on. After doing that, I managed to find a chap on a forum who had mentioned that actually the pressure plate in the clutch has to go in a very specific way in order to make contact with the pressure plates, the clutch plates. There's a little arrow generally on the front of the pressure plate, and that has to line up with a small indent in the clutch basket, and I couldn't see that mentioned anywhere online. I couldn't have even imagined how it would have made a difference, because I genuinely couldn't see. As far as I was concerned, I'd put everything back exactly how I'd taken it out, and I couldn't see why there'd be any difference. But lo and behold, I put it back per the arrow and the little indent, and everything seems to now be fine. Clutch took a little bit of freeing back up again. Just make sure you tighten all of the clutch springs in turn. So tighten one side, tighten the other side, tighten one side, tighten the other side, to make sure it's all tightened up evenly. And after putting the bike back on the side stand, running it till it was hot, pulling it over to the side and engaging, disengaging the clutch, putting it into neutral, putting it into gear, holding the clutch in, pushing the brake in, running along with the bike, and kind of putting it into gear whilst I was running along. Eventually I managed to get the clutch to free up, and it seems fine now. I'll put some pictures of what I'm talking about at the end of the video, so do take a look. But yeah, this is kind of the solution for two issues that I've seen a lot about online that nobody really seems to have any answers for. That's a clutch that doesn't appear to disengage and just makes your back wheel stick up. Those are your plates becoming stuck, needing freeing up. And B, after putting your clutch back together, having a load of play in your clutch lever and in this little arm here, and not appearing to be able to engage the clutch in any way, both of which I found it very hard to find solutions for. I hope that's helpful. Cheers.